Hello, I'm Scott Howard. I'm the Chief Communications Officer for Orange County Public Schools. I also have the privilege of serving as the Foundation for Orange County Public Schools President. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about Orange County Public Schools, what's been going on, what we're doing, some of the facts behind Orange County Public Schools, and the 1 mil special millage election that's coming up on August 23rd, the primary election day. Orange County Public Schools' vision is to ensure that every student has a promising and successful future. How we do that is with the support of our families and community. We create enriching and diverse pathways that lead our students to success. That's a new, renovated vision by our school board, which they adopted in 2019. Our school district has 24,576 employees, and we have 14,382 teachers. Our teachers make up 58% of our school district. We're the largest school district in Central Florida. We're the third largest employer in Orange County behind Disney and Universal. In fact, we're the 9th largest in the United States, and we're the 4th largest in Florida behind Miami-Dade, Broward, and Hillsborough. They actually rank 3rd, 6th, and 7th in the country. Our graduation rate in 2000 was 49.5%. Today, as of January, according to the Florida Department of Education, our graduation rate in our traditional high schools was 98.4%. Quite an increase, and that doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen without hard work and dedication of our teachers, our administrators, and our parents and students to get us to that point. We believe that graduation starts in kindergarten, not in 9th grade. We have to start our students early. We have to engage them. We have to make sure that we support them along the way and get them to that ultimate key performance indicator, which is getting them across the stage to graduation. We have the lowest administrative cost per student amongst the 7 largest school districts in Florida. We're actually 8th lowest amongst the 67 school districts. That means we spend the lowest dollars per student on administrative costs and put more money into the classroom and to direct student support. I'll tell you a little bit about our arts and athletic programs that's been impacted by the 1 mil. We've been able to provide an arts program in every single school throughout our school district. We have 210 schools as of this year, and we've been able to maintain athletics in our middle schools. We have 3 sports that we offer both to boys and girls in middle school, and every single one of our high schools has a Florida High School Athletic Association sanctioned sport at their school. So every single high school competes in every single sanctioned sport by the FHSAA. The special millage was first approved in 2010 by 54%. It was continued in 2014 by 76% and continued again in 2018 by 84%. The 1 mil special millage must be renewed every 4 years. And so it's up again this year in 2022. And again, my job is to educate you on the impact that this has had on our school district. Here's how we've spent the 1 mil during the 2020-2021 school year. $86 million was put towards retaining our highly qualified teachers. That's 1,165 teachers that taught elective classes, social workers, all the support areas that aren't paid for through required or mandated dollars, but were invested through the 1 mil. We also used $55 million of the money to protect arts, to make sure that art, dance, drama, music teachers were supported, were maintained because of that 1 mil. We also protected athletics. As I said, we have athletics in our middle schools and high schools. We offer those sports to all of our students, both at the middle and high school levels. We also protected student activities. During this time, it was the pandemic. We invested almost $200,000 in after-school tutorials and field trips. That was down because of the pandemic. Normally, we would invest about $2 million of the 1 mil in that effort to ensure our students have those opportunities. And charter schools receive a proportionate share of the money and have since 2010. They receive about $12.6 million. The 1 mil that year generated $161 million for the school district. It's projected to generate over the next 4 years about $800 million or about $200 million a year on average for the next 4 years. Here's how the per student funding would look like with and without the $1 million. You can see that with the $1 million, it actually provides enough funding to cut the CPI level that we saw starting back in the recession to about half. Back prior to the recession, we were about $7,500 per student. When the recession hit, we dropped down to less than $6,500 per student in funding. And the board in 2010 decided they would go for a $1 million special millage. And they did that, and it generated an additional $400+ per student and continued to grow. Even though it grew over time, we were never able to get back exactly to the consumer price index line that's represented on this slide. If we were not to pass the $1 million, if the voters were to decide not to approve it, we would be about $1,600 below where we would have been prior to the recession without that $1 million. So it's provided a lot of additional funding that's helped supported our arts programs, our athletic programs, our student activities, and most importantly, the teachers that directly support our students. Here's what the ballot language looks like and how it reads. Very similar to what it was in 2010, 14, and 18, with a small but important change. We certainly have been able to retain highly qualified teachers because of the increase in our budget, but compensating them along with our support staff has been a concern. With compression due to beginning teacher salaries and because of the requirement of the $15 per hour, the board felt it was very important to ensure that our experienced teachers and our experienced support staff were able to be compensated for that experience in order to offset some of that compression. So we've been doing that through some of the federal dollars, and if this millage were to pass, the increase in the dollars would allow us to continue to do that for our teachers and support staff, our bus drivers, our food service workers, and so on. The $1 million would be good from July 1st, 2023 until June 30th, 2027, and it would be shared proportionally with charter schools as required by law. That was another portion that we had added to the ballot language that's changed from last time, but was required by law as of 2018. So in summary, August 23rd, the primary ballot proposal is to continue the current $1 million ad valorem. The average cost to a homeowner with a medium assessed valued home of $265,000 would be $20 a month. $1 million represents $1 per $1,000 of value. If you back out from the $265,000, the $25,000 homestead exemption, it's $240,000, which is $240 a year or $20 per month. And that was the median assessed home as of June 30th from the Orange County Property Appraiser's Office. Again, in summary, the $1 million is for essential operating expenses, it's not for capital or for buildings, and it's to compensate teachers and support staff and preserve academic programs, the arts, athletics, and student activities. Remember, July 20th, vote by mail started, ballots can be sent. August 8th through the 21st is early voting, so if you plan on early voting, that's the time. And if you plan on voting on primary election day, August 23rd is the day for voting. For more information, you can visit ocfelections.com. We thank you for listening to this video. Happy voting.